I told somebody fucking yesterday, whenever we start sounding more pretentious, just let us know. We'll fucking call it quits.
I'm not going to say anything.
What's up, Greg Watts? How you doing, baby?
I'm awesome, man. I'm happy to be here. This is my favorite weekend of the year, bro. So I'll just try to soak up every moment and keep reminding myself that we are literally doing it right now.
That's right, man. For those who don't know, Greg is the only Spicy Ranch out there.
That's right.
Don't you can't get this shit at the store, man.
Condiment clubs, bro. Most important food group.
How did that even come about?
It actually, so I heard a Marcus King podcast where he was describing his childhood, and he was saying he was like raised in the church, and that's like how he started playing music. But it was like ultimately as he got older, he was like, it wasn't really my crowd of people. Like they're the type of people that were like, this mayonnaise is too spicy. And I've always honestly loved ranch dressing. And it started as a joke with me being like, I'm going to be Spicy Ranch. I'm going to become incredibly popular. And then people are just going to start bringing me ranch. And I'm just going to have this huge ranch collection. And I'm going to, get to eat ranch all the time, basically. So that's literally where Spicy Ranch came from. So
have you tried the actual like the dry seasoning dressing?
I have. So when I was first doing Spicy Ranch, one of my things was I was gonna have my own my only merch was gonna be my own made Spicy Ranch, and I made like 7 or 8 batches of it. And then I came to realize that every time I was going to make ranch, I was like, oh, this will like take like 2 hours, and then I'll work on music the rest of the night. And I would end up making ranch for like 8 hours. And then I had the realization, I was like, I'm actually not making any music because I'm just making ranch dressing now. So I should probably. So I gave up that idea. And how I'd like to bring it back, but anyway.
It was good.
It continued to get better. I don't even know if it was ranch half the time, but it was a good fucking.
Yeah, I don't even know how to make ranch like from scratch. Like you were making it like from scratch.
You want to talk about it, bro?
Dude, I know nothing about it.
Ain't it mainly mayo?
Well, first off, you can use either sour cream or mayonnaise as your base.
Which one's better?
Well, it depends what you're using it for and kind of what you're into. So sour cream is a little bit more for like dipping vegetables and shit. It's like a little bit more. I don't know if it's like more viscous or less viscous. It's thicker.
Okay,
it's thicker with sour cream, and it's a little bit different taste. If you want that like runny ranch, you want to use some mayonnaise base. And I went to school with some girl that works for Newman's Own developing new salad dressings, and I messaged her and I was like, "Yeah, what's the secret?
Get out of here!"
And she was like, "Well, one of the most important things is you should use fresh herbs if you can, and you basically just got to get like the spice ratio down and whatever." So it did continue to get better. There's variants,
right,
yeah. But you can throw some pineapple in there, throw some jalapenos, but yeah,
pineapple.
Yeah. The little pineapple ranch. There's some weird, just a little tang. Get a little tang.
Yeah.
It's good.
Okay, I fuck with it.
I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna start making ranch.
I think you should.
Y'all gave me these pickled jalapenos, bro. Next time I see y'all, I'm gonna give y'all fresh batch.
Hey,
of ranch.
Joe's been killing it with the canning. Why did you start canning?
Because I would grow so many peppers and I couldn't give them away fast enough. So if I can them, I can keep them longer than give them away leisurely.
They're fucking good, dude.
Nice. What type of peppers?
Them are jalapenos.
Well,
right
do you
there.
do jalapenos and like a bunch of different other ones?
Jalapenos, banana peppers, cayenne peppers this year, and Tabasco. I'm growing Tabasco peppers
nice.
too.
You make hot sauce or anything? Or?
I told him he should. You should.
No, I ain't never made hot sauce yet.
I think you should.
I think that's why they make it out of cayenne peppers, because they produce so many little ones, so it's useless to jar.
Well, even like the Tabasco peppers are teeny.
Yeah.
So I think that's something you can do.
Get you some Carolina Reapers.
But this ain't about me. This is about Greg. Everybody knows about my peppers.
He was fucking putting blackberries in fucking peppers, and they were coming. Oh, was it pickles?
Pickles, yeah. I make a mean.
They were purple pickles,
dude,
and they were delicious.
I make pickles. I'm a pickler.
Let's go.
A devilish pickle packer.
Shout out Gator Farms, y'all.
Yeah.
We're gonna make you a Etsy boy.
I'm trying to eat some of that shit.
So how did your set go?
It went good. I've honestly this summer I've been working a ton. I'm about to have a baby.
Congratulations, by the
thanks, way. Dude. So, thank you. Give it up. So yeah, honestly, I've kind of been working on music. Like usually, I make sure it's my only hobby, but I just haven't had the time this summer to like really. Normally, I'd want to like make 4 new songs for Void and like really do it. This was more like a low key Spicy Ranch and friends, bring people up, just have fun, have a casual set. But it worked. It was fun.
Are you running just full digital, or do you have like some of the old school turntables too?
No, it's all digital through Ableton. It's really like I don't really use mixes. It's like live, like triggering different samples and stuff, which is a lot. Like there's a reason most people don't do that. It's more tailored towards like impromptu live, like electronic music, like improving with different musicians and whatever, as opposed to just like pressing play. So it's a lot more like organizing, and I don't know, it's been a constant struggle to figure out how to make it more automated with like keeping like kind of a live aspect of it. But no, it's I don't use tables at all. So
I fucked with Ableton a little bit, and I do like how you can change it to where it can be like time-based triggered.
Oh, yeah.
With like the samples and stuff, because I have like that little like a machine 3.0 whatever, and it has the pads and stuff.
Totally.
And Ableton's really good for that.
Yeah, definitely. One of the things with Ableton is it's like you can use it 1,000 different ways, and basically you have to just learn how to use it. You basically have to look at how other people use it and then kind of make your own way with it. But there, in a number of different ways, you can pretty much alleviate user error with it, with quantizing and like different stuff like that. So it's a crazy tool, but it's pretty in depth or whatever. So
what's like your like go-to niche type of sample? Like
I'm super into gospel music now. It's funny, I'm like not religious really, but I love gospel music, bro. Like,
come on,
1960s, 70s gospel music, like Mahalia Jackson. I can't even remember half the names, but I like old school gospel music. I like messing with like old school like Disney, like weird chorus samples, like Disney soundtracks and stuff.
Like the old Disney one?
Old
Fuck
stuff. Basically like weird, like old recordings. And then like focusing on sound bites too, like trying to make it as weird as possible, basically. But that sort of stuff. I liked using like 1970s like Chinese and like Japanese music, like kind of like Wu-Tang inspired, like using like kung fu type stuff and like Mongolian throat singing, like kind of that sort of stuff. So
you a fan of was it a Fat John or a New Job Is?
I don't know if I'm familiar, to be honest with you.
I'm gonna put you on some shit.
Please.
Fuck yeah,
please.
Can I segue for a second? Did y'all know Wu-Tang has a album that no one can play?
Right? I heard about this.
Some dude bought it for like I think like $8 million or $9 million, and the clause was he wasn't supposed to like download it or share it or anything. It's supposed to be only played when they want to, but you can have it, but you can't play it. So dude went and tracked some of the songs and leaked them on the internet, and they arrested him for it. Dude,
that's great. Do you remember? I remember that guy, the guy that bought it, is like the most stereotypical like piece of shit human on the planet. Like I'm pretty sure he like bought all the like rights to all this like this insulin medicine and then jacked up the price like 2,000%. So like people literally like had to spend like $20,000 a month to like treat their diabetes instead of like $20 a month. Wow. So anyway, he had it coming.
Oh god,
he's one of those people that you're just like, God, man.
What a tool.
Dude, the worst of the worst. Bro.
Jeez, man. That's something else I never understood. Like why like these people need this to live, and it costs like $900 for a vial, the eighth the size of this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's just fucked up. Well, fuck that guy. That guy. Anyway, so what's something that you want to experiment with though? 'Cause I heard you talking about you do some lo-fi shit, right?
Yeah, so like lo-fi, like originally like lo-fi is one of my main things, and like weird like soundscapes, like down tempo type stuff. But really what I'm like working towards and thinking is like what the direction I want to move in is like like SpicyRanchTio is what I've been doing most sets lately, which has Xander on synth as well as scratching vinyl as well as playing bass, and then Hudson on drums, but basically getting a little more like jammy, like Papadozio-esque, like going into like weird jams with it, and like really utilizing Xander, for instance, more, and like whoever else, like multi-instrument, like weird percussion, weird this, weird that. But anyway, we need to rehearse more, basically, is what it comes down to. Like we just like we'll have like one rehearsal per show, and Anyway, but that's the direction I'm trying to move, is like keep it live and like have more people like on stage involved and get more just like impromptu whatever. Because otherwise I might as well just produce stuff like every other like electronic producer does, for instance, and basically make everything super complicated and automated, wrap it right and tight, and just like pretty much use
tweak it
tables
as it
and kind of just press play and like barely put effects on it. Because then of course you're alleviating all user error and you can make it way more complicated because you tweak everything perfectly in your house. So since I haven't been doing that, I need to lean into like the live like weird aspect and like more just like, you know, jam, impromptu, whatever. So that's kind of the idea, but I also have no idea what I'm doing.
Neither do we.
How long have you been actually DJing for?
So I really switched to going all in on. I've always like messed with like DAWs and like using like the computer to mess with stuff, but I've really only been like all in on Ableton doing that stuff for probably like since I moved to New Orleans, so like 4 years ago pretty much. Prior to that I was doing like more traditional singer-songwriting, like guitars like my background and like singing, and I got into really Ableton because I was using a loop pedal to just like do like loop singer-songwriting stuff, and I was like, I'll just switch it to Ableton because then I can really have like the world is your oyster, do it in all these different ways. And then I accidentally started doing more like hip-hop influenced like and like low like low frequency like bass music type stuff, just because ultimately I end up making the type of music that I'm listening to at the time, and that's just what I've been most into, that / lo-fi like the last like 4 or 5 years. So that's why I'm making it pretty much.
So you said you moved to New Orleans. Where are you originally from?
I'm from North Carolina.
What?
Yeah, so I was traveling in that camper van for like a little over 2 years, like around the country, and I stumbled upon the Void community when I passed through New Orleans, like about halfway through that trip. Like met all the Iceman guys, came to Void, spent like 5 weeks or something in New Orleans, kept traveling for like a year and a half, and basically it was like at the end of that trip, New Orleans was the number one place I wanted to move to. Like basically found my people, found my community, and moved here, and the rest is history, baby.
Hell yeah, man.
Now I'm all in on Louisiana. Louisiana is my favorite version of the South, personally. I think it's
damn right.
It's Southern culture with better music and better food. That's what I tell people.
Way better food.
Yeah.
I think we have that. I'm just biased. I think we have the best food in the country.
It's really unique down here too. Like we have like a lot of similar like Southern food. Like most of the South, I feel like it had like home cooking Southern food, whatever. But y'all have just like so many unique things and like just totally different versions of stuff, and like y'all have your whole own culinary everything down
It ain't
here.
no y'all no more. You're one of us now, okay?
I guess, bro. I mean,
but isn't North Carolina, they're known for like a specific type of barbecue style
so
too,
barbecue,
right?
it's actually split, and the state is split. The western half is tomato based barbecue and the eastern half is vinegar based barbecue, but barbecue is like one of their main things.
Yeah,
so that's kind of like a thing in North Carolina. It's like, oh, you like the vinegar or the tomato?
I didn't know that. I just knew that there was like a big staple. How like how Kansas, or is it Kansas? No, is it Missouri? That thing is Kansas City, and it's in Missouri. KCMO, yeah. They're known for a specific style of barbecue.
A mustard base, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Dude,
yeah.
I love mustard barbecue sauce.
And then you have like Texas style barbecue, and we just have we barbecue.
Hell
know,
yeah,
so.
Yeah, y'all do everything. And everyone thinks they have the best barbecue.
Yeah.
Joe's got really good barbecue.
Yeah, I just barbecued the other day some hot links and put some fucking Austin chili on them.
The fuck is that?
You never had Austin chili before? It comes in the little can. They have like the different flavors like jalapeno, mustard.
Fuck
You never
no.
seen them? It's the best chili you can get out of the can.
Does it have fucking beans in it?
No, it's just
okay. All right, just making sure.
Anyways, I put that over. I put some chili over some hot links, dude.
Okay.
Like like when you cook hot links and they bust open. Put chili down it. Put it on a piece of bread.
Talking about the red links.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sexy right there, bro.
I like that.
It's a chili hot link.
All right, I can fuck with that.
You make me hungry, dog.
You guys,
I guess we are getting.
I wasn't until this conversation.
When you go to build a hot dog, right? What do you put on your dog, dude?
Let's talk, dude. I'm a big sandwich maker. I make super gourmet sandwiches like my mama did.
Come on.
And I do the same with my hot dogs, dog. I go hard. I cut up like pickles into little like squares and shit and put it on top. I do pickle, mayonnaise, I know, ketchup. I love chili and cheese, but then jalapeno, shredded cheese on top. Got to be the Nathan's. Shout out Nathan's Hot Dogs.
Fuck yeah, Nathan's. How do you dress your fucking glizzy, bro?
What? I like how you gave Greg the question, then you changed the question to make it sound. Why do I get the glizzy question? Me personally, my favorite is like pickles and chili and cheese on it. That's like the perfect hot dog to me. I like pickles with like sandwiches, hot dogs, and hamburgers and shit. But I won't eat a whole pickle whole though.
We're going full beef.
Do that.
All right.
A beef dog?
It don't matter. Beef, the red ones.
I never know what I'm eating, dude.
To be honest with you, since we're on the topic, all of them pretty much to me taste the same.
That's what I'm saying.
The cheap ones to the $5
Well,
ones.
I think I learned when I was 32 that they make different type of hot dogs. I'm like, I've just been eating hot dogs.
There's hot dogs that are like they're like colored pink.
Yeah,
Those are the
about-
pork ones, I think.
That's like the Bar S or whatever the fuck.
It's like Chicago.
those are the
style or
best
some shit.
ones.
Chicago dogs are really fucking good. With
Yeah.
like the poppy seed fucking bun or whatever. I fuck with brioche buns. That's just me being bougie, but
The bread is important
it's very important. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
if you make it right.
Hmm.
If you cut your hot dog in half, bro. I mean, sometimes you gotta put it on some fucking flatbread, dude.
Maybe, man. Me personally, if it's just solid, just plain ass glizzy, only fucking ketchup and mustard.
I mean, you can't go wrong, in my opinion.
But if we're getting some chili, some Austin chili in this motherfucker, mayo, chili, purple onions, dog. That's it.
Let's go. I respect the game.
Yeah, that's just like my preference of the dog. All right, we can stop talking about hot dogs now. But
So, Greg, what type of board do you use?
So I use the Ableton Push too. So it's like it's made for like Ableton. So basically, like it pretty much has a button for like most buttons that would be on the screen. Like it's made specifically for it.
Not to interject, so it works with the Ableton program y'all were talking about earlier through your board?
Yep.
yeah, but it's not solid state, is it? No.
No. Well, it's
You have to run it off the dial.
Yeah. No, you have to use the computer.
Yeah.
Actually, the new ones you don't have to use a computer. But honestly, I'm like, I need the computer. Like half of my time is spent like sample searching. So like I use like Vintage Obscura, like Reddit, or like just trying to find obscure samples, or like going through like weird ass sound bites of like West Virginia like hillbillies and shit, and trying to find like weird shit to play. So anyway, I'm constantly like that's half of like my music making process.
Do you like really branch out to get like weird fucking VSTs and shit? Do you pay for for packages, or you trying to make your own shit?
I don't pay for stuff. Like at the end of the day, you don't really have to pay for stuff. There's a lot of good free stuff out there.
Yeah.
And I mean, in the past, I've paid for some things and ultimately been like, I could have just found something free. So I kind of basically I'm poor. So, if I had unlimited money, I'd love to buy all these different things. But I don't know. It's also just like where you spend your time and energy with it. Like once again, it's such a big program with different ways to use it that's half the battle is like figuring out where you're going to spend your time with it.
Right.
But no, I pretty much have my tried and trues, like a bunch of free ones that and a couple paid, but yeah, I've been using the same main ones like for I don't know the last few years, and I don't think that's my current main limitation. So yeah, I'm pretty much sticking with those, and it's more finding samples and stuff. Like I said, and like now I'm like getting more into bass music, and it's like making your own percussion, but then for instance like making your own like bass synths and stuff, like getting weird with like oscillators and stuff like that. I feel like that's kind of more where I spend my time right now. So
what's an oscillator?
I don't know, but it's pretty much a part of a synth where it's like you choose like multiple ones, and it's pretty much like how you like modify synth sounds and stuff. Like I think in general an oscillator would be like
yeah, because
like,
someone will have that roll peg.
Yeah, so it's like it's pretty much
change the pitch and
it's
shit.
pretty much playing with. It's basically sound design, because you're literally playing with sound files and like stretching out sounds or shortening them and doing different things to them to like literally modify the sound wave to make it sound like a different bass or a different like synth. That's pretty much how synths work, I think.
Does that board have like a MIDI key on it?
I mean, the whole thing is basically MIDI. It's a MIDI board in general.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's all MIDI. It doesn't actually make sounds. It's just like triggering different things. And stuff. But to that point, I mean, you have 20,000, 50,000 instruments like on the computer, and it's in that regard, it's like a lot of it too. It ends up being curating more than, because you get all these sounds and all these instruments and stuff, and really the most important part almost is being able to find the sound you want when you want to use it, because you got 20,000 sounds, it's there, but you got to just like create a system. It's a lot of organizing and stuff like that. Like that's what it ends up being, just like very organizing files and like which is not the fun part, but that's making music. A lot of it is not the fun part. So, and you kind of, I don't know, you try and make it as fun as possible, but there's a lot of the back end stuff that's just kind of tedious.
What was the last thing you used before Ableton?
Well, prior, like I said, I was really just using like a analog loop pedal and just doing all just like singing vocal loops. Like vocal loops are a main. So I'm definitely trying to get back into having singing as a part, because I like singing, and then doing the vocal loops is like kind of what got me into it in the first place too. But yeah, that's what I was using prior. I was using like Cubase and Fruity Loops in high school and stuff, but but yeah, I basically switched to, I was, like I said, doing more like indie / like songwriting acoustic type stuff.
I didn't know you did that, man.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was on, especially like living in the van, for instance. Like I couldn't use the computer and stuff, so I was just setting up my pedal board on the side of the road and freaking looping in a random ass park next to people shooting up in bumfuck Oregon.
Well, hey, they probably had a good time,
I'd like to believe so, bro. I'd like to believe so. I'd like
Makes for good stories.
I know. They're like, who the fuck is that guy?
Dude, that one time, I don't know who the fuck that guy was, but it really set in,
And that's when I got clean. Yeah.
That's right.
Doing the Lord's work.
So as a DJ, do you collect vinyls?
No. I would like to. Actually, I did, and then I had a house fire, and they all burned up. And I was like,
shit, that sucks, man.
Yeah, that was in Wilmington, North Carolina. But no, I don't. I would like to start getting back into that, and I don't know. Really, it becomes just a cost thing, bro. Like I really, for instance, like I've wanted to get into scratching for a long time. One, you got to put your time in. Like scratching is a lot harder than it looks, but it's really it's cost too, bro. Like I already kind of went through my, like I don't know, like a common music mantra in general is like you just don't need to, like people make insane records with a laptop, $100 little MIDI controller, and like a super cheap mic, and at the end of the day it's like I've kind of spent enough on my music setup that now I'm like I don't think it's my limitation, so I would like to get like do vinyl and like once again scratching and all that stuff, but I just don't have the money to drop on it, honestly.
I don't know if I could ever get into scratching because the vinyl is so expensive. So to see someone, I don't think that's a really common thing no more, huh?
What?
Like people DJ with full vinyls.
I mean,
ain't that how? Is that how it started?
Yeah. So Xander, he scratches with vinyl, and like he brings that to like our sets now, and and he has like, so it's crazy, like especially with scratching. There's like vinyls that are made just for scratching that are just like either like a bunch of different drum loops or like a bunch of different like sound bites that are just like weird stuff. And so like he like has the most weird, because that's one of the fun parts too with it, is like there's all these like vinyls and stuff that were never duplicated to the digital realm. So it's like you can really go crate digging and find some like 1960s like tiny little vinyl that was only 1,000 copies made in like bumfuck Kansas, and like you have one and it's just some super weird like propaganda shit about like the Boy Scouts or something, like, and like so that, but it's like a 101, and that's like how you make unique stuff, is you don't just like type in soundbite and use that, like you find like unique stuff that people haven't used or heard. So
go ahead.
My bad. I was just gonna say I've become a connoisseur of like vinyl recently.
Joe got some good shit too.
Nice, dude.
Hip hop is the hardest thing to find.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't know that they had the records that you could scratch. Like they're just specifically designed, because if you try to scratch, the needle will fuck up the record and won't play the music rights.
I should know this, and I actually don't know the full answer, but I'm pretty sure the vinyl themselves is the same. I think it's a different needle or something that like doesn't mess it up. But I think you're using it. Now, with that said, if it's like the most sought after, super nice, like listening Beatles album or something, you probably don't want to scratch on it. But in general, I'm pretty sure that's the difference. Instead of it being
the diamond stylus tip.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think you're gonna fuck it up a little bit over time, but I don't. Yeah, the vinyl itself is the same. So.
Oh, okay. I apologize, Kobi.
I don't remember what the fuck I was going to say.
Also, I might have made all of that up. I'm not positive.
You know what? Allegedly.
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 That's the saving grace right there, allegedly.
Oh, I remember. Hey, I don't know what the fuck it's called, but I follow this guy on YouTube, and so he has he has a digital board. He has fucking he plays with records too, but he has this little device to where he can record off the old school record, and then it digitizes it to a track, and then it runs into that.
Okay.
What would that be called?
Pretty much an interface, like a recording interface. So it's like I have, and it's pretty much what you got right here.
Okay.
And like I have one of those that you can use for like field recording or this or that, but I use it in the same way, like to find, like with finding samples, for instance, like sometimes it'll be like a 3-hour really weird like video or something, and I just use that to like record different little sections of it or whatever. But you pretty much, it's basically an interface to run one.
But like the one that he uses, it looks straight up out the fucking 80s, and I was like, man, what the fuck is that? That's something else. I like to hang out with fucking Will, Rillo, because he uses the fucking switchboards and all that shit. And I'm like, dude, that's a whole different goddamn animal for me to wrap my fucking head around.
I don't know if anyone can wrap their head around what the fuck
Will does. Fuck no.
Giant ass.
Sometimes I see his post on Instagram, and I just look at all the wires. I'm like, how many wires is in it? I'll zoom in too.
That's
like
OSHA
1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 20, 30, 60.
No, analog synth people, it's always like, man, I got the new $300 like little additional box thing. It's gonna change the game. Make it, and it's just like do. I don't know. I can't understand what's going on.
But his shit is so vast though. He is so fucking much, man.
And it's the same sort of thing. It's like when you're making your own patches with like an analog synth, whatever type stuff like that. Like you're of course, like that's a one of one sound, one of one sample, whatever. Like it's you're making unique stuff, and you're using like computer algorithms basically to like make patterns and stuff that you wouldn't just like come up with off the top of your head and experiment with them and stuff. So it's pretty nerdy.
He seems pretty nerdy. He seems pretty nerdy. You're pretty nerdy too. So
hey,
I think we're all kind of nerds in here. Yeah. So with you playing with Xander and with Hudson, I didn't know Hudson played drums either, but whenever you and Xander play together, is it just because that y'all are like affiliated and y'all can work together? I
mean, that's how it started, but really like Xander is just such a talented multi-instrumental player that it's like, honestly, I'm blessed that Xander fucking plays with me, dude.
Hell
like
yeah.
Once again, that's the biggest thing of Spicy Ranch Trio is having a like untapped Xander with like, we just need to rehearse a little more and this and that. But I mean, he just does he's just so good at so many different instruments, and like it's exactly what I'm trying to do basically with like trying to just do weird different patches and scratches and all that sort of stuff. But yeah.
I've always wondered because I see like, two DJs and they're working the same set, the same board, and it'll be like a board as long as this fucking table.
Yeah.
And they're just like taking turns going around each other, and like maybe like, oh, well, I hear this and this. Is that how that works?
For us, no. So once again, like my setup is totally different than the decks, and like using like 2D. Like I don't even really know how to. I kind of do, but I don't basically know even how to use decks and like what their process is with two people on stage, like going back and forth. I really don't know. And like I said, I'm doing things a different way, and there's a good reason most people aren't doing it this way is because like it's not automated enough, and it's like I don't know, it's I'm really having to kind of pave a path as far as like having it make sense and be more of a advantage than disadvantage. But no, so like Xander doesn't even go through my stuff. He's pretty much just like playing a bunch of instruments and doing his own thing on top of like whatever I'm doing, and then we try to like feed off each other. And like I'll like with playing with Xander, for instance, like I purposefully try to make a lot more space for him to like do things and like go crazy and make his sounds without making it super chaotic, because when it's just a solo set of my own, I fill in the space way more. But when I'm playing with other people, like I want to like take stuff out and make space for them to like do their thing without making it like just too overwhelming, basically just like one giant like orgasm with every sound on top of each other.
So with bringing the Spicy Ranch Trio into New Orleans, has that been fruitful for like gigs and stuff?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, to be honest with you, like we could get more gigs if we were trying. Like it's really like, I've been for a while just trying to continue to make new music and I need to be dropping more stuff. But no, we could get more gigs just because all of our friends throw shows all the time and this and that. It's more just like really trying to, like, I have to be excited about what I'm doing basically and be like improving every show and whatever. And it's really just like kind of battling, making sure we're bringing a product every time that's like, something we're excited to like share with the world instead of just like going through the motions or whatever. So it's a balance. It's hard because like for a while, like my main thing was like I wouldn't say no to any show, and I still pretty much do that. But it's like it makes me work a lot harder basically when I have a show coming up because I'm a procrastinator, even though like I might feel like I'm underprepared. Like I get the most done in the few days like leading up to a show or a week or two leading up to the show or whatever. So that's kind of been like my strategy, I guess, is just to like keep saying yes and then like figuring it out. So, but it's gotten me here. It's like, I don't know, it's weird. It's weird being a musician and sharing your art and whatever. And, you got to continue to put things in perspective because basically, in general, if you're working on things, you're moving forward, but it doesn't feel like that sometimes. So you just kind of, you got to take a step back sometimes and be like, I'm definitely doing a better product than I was a year ago and just keep moving forward and trying to have fun with it. That's the main thing, too, is just like constantly trying to have fun with it. Because if you got to like take it seriously enough to keep improving and like have some strategy about it, but really you just got to make sure you're keeping having fun with it. Otherwise, it's like, what are we even doing? Because we're not really making money.
And look at them great words of wisdom over there. And exactly, make a little bit, but it is for the art and the love to do it and the fun.
Totally.
It's a passion that you are the driving force of it, and sometimes we just do it and keep dumping more money into it.
Yeah.
Yep. Make sure to check out Third Coast Podcast on 5000ws.thirdcoastpodcast.com on all major streaming platforms: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Pandora, XM Radio, Cashbox.
Oh, we're not on Deezer.
What's Deezer?
Oh yeah, we should get on Deezer, by the way.
Another one?
Yeah.
Is that a podcast form?
It's an app for podcasts and other things. I don't know. Fucking
there's so many.
Alex,
now.
shout out Gray Areas. He was like, "You're not on Deezer." I'm like, dude, who the fuck uses Deezer? Like, you don't have Spotify? I was like, yeah. Well, all right, use that. Go follow me there. Like, fucking.
Because we're streamed on the web. You can stream us on the website. You can stream us on 10 streaming different platforms, and then now Deezer.
There's always one person.
It don't even roll off the tongue good.
There's always one person that's like, y'all aren't on Deezer, man? I only use Deezer.
And I was like, I heard of it. I just like, I thought we were, but we're gonna do it. Do you host any of your anything online?
Bro, I've been so bad about putting out content. Like, I continuously try to get myself to be better about it, and I've gone through streaks where I've been barely better about it, but no, I'm so bad these days. I feel like I know. Well, I feel like I'm just getting older and less motivated to like put stuff out.
But couldn't you just record your live sets and then just post?
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, also like with producing and like all this stuff, like like the TikTok craze is like made for the type of music I make. Like literally like people just like chop up a sample and like flip it and do whatever. Like that's literally what I'm doing. And like you could easily just, whatever the most recent viral thing or this or that or whatever, just like chop it up, throw it on, do a quick video. It's just, I don't know. I need to get back in the game. It's one of those things you start doing it less, and then I just like totally fell off. I haven't had TikTok on my phone for like 2 years. Like,
that's good,
I don't
man.
even use TikTok.
They're not gonna find you, man. They're not looking at you.
I feel like that's. I mean, especially as a musician, it's crazy. Like that's
No, I'm talking about China because.
Oh yeah,
I'm not talking about the.
Yeah, no. China has no idea where I am.
Yeah.
Shout out China.
But again, the people ain't gonna find you if you're not there. But you don't need TikTok.
Well, people make their careers on TikTok now. I don't know.
That's fucking nuts, man.
And if you're all listening to this, y'all can check out Third Coast Podcast on TikTok.
You got a plug.
What? I'm just saying, we're talking about TikTok. We're on TikTok.
That's smart.
We're on TikTok. We're on Instagram, YouTube. We have YouTube Shorts.
That's what I'm saying. Reels, everything like real quick.
Yeah, that attention span, that 1 to 130 minute videos, whatever. That's what the craze is. Everybody just wants to
Dude, 1 to 1:30 at most. I feel like 20 seconds even is like what you get half the time these days with people's attention. But yeah, I should start like doing more like just like sample flipping stuff. And once again, like that's one of my like if I'm just like trying to have fun by myself, I go find weird samples and I just flip them to a quick hip hop beat. Just throw an 808 on there and just do like old school like people under the stairs like make beats basically. So that I should be making content with that because that does well and that's what I watch on my social medias.
What was that People Under the Stairs album? Was it OSP?
I've never heard.
You know
People Under the Stairs.
The one with acid rainbows on it. Acid raindrops. That album. That's like my favorite fucking one.
I should be able to.
It's
all
like,
their albums.
It's OS something. I know.
Yeah.
What genre is that?
It's fucking hip hop, dude. That's fucking. It's not aggressive. It's fucking feel good. Goddamn backbeats and everything, man. It's fucking great.
I'll send you some shit, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
I definitely check it out.
Yeah,
I love hip hop.
That's what Killer Mike. No.
Killer Mike and Thez One.
Yeah.
Representing Lima, Peru.
Dude, it's so fucking. You'd love it.
Yeah, it's good. That's really like in high school. That was probably what really got me into just like ultimately like beat making and like sample based type stuff.
Fuck yeah.
So.
I got a Redman album that's like really good. I mean, it's really like strong language, but like it's probably one of like I put Wu-Tang up there really high, but like me personally, I think Redman is my favorite rapper in Wu-Tang.
For
sure. Dude, my brothers, I have 2 older brothers, and that's really what got me into hip hop initially. Is my oldest brother, when I was literally in like 2nd grade, like everyone's listening to Backstreet Boys, and my brothers would be like you can't listen to Backstreet Boys, like, and would instead have me listening to like Redman, like old school Tupac, like just like old school like Project Pat, whatever, old school like hip hop albums when I was like 2nd, 3rd, 4th grade, just because I wanted to be like my brothers and like that's good. That's a quality era of music right there. Yeah. So, but yeah, the rest is history, man. I wish I could rap, but.
I wish I could too.
I'm a avid.
Joe loves to rap. Dude.
I love to rap, but I'm not good at it.
Joe loves to rap.
You rap by, so you just be rapping by yourself?
Nah, dude, we be doing it together, man. We be fucking throwing shit.
Hey, we get late night. You put a beat on. I'm allowed to
get this man some whiskey, dude. I want to hear some bars,
dude. Whenever we were like, we've been recording like for the past like 2 years at Joe's house and shit. We'll do a show. We'll end up playing darts, drinking some beers, and like, all right, dude, we'll put on some funk fucking beat or whatever. And it's really bad, but fuck, we have fun with it,
dude. I'm definitely gonna put you on the spot in the future, Joe. Anytime I see you, especially late night when we're all lit, I'm gonna be like, Joe, drop something.
And when I don't stop, and Kobi's like, stop, Joe.
Yeah, I was like, dude, go, give me 4 bars, and then I'm gonna do 4 bars. I don't need hot 16s from you,
Joe. That's enough, bro.
What was it?
On the downbeat, stop. I'll be like,
Jacoby's over here conducting,
and he don't stop. He don't fucking stop.
Let the man go to work, bro.
Oh, he's going in. Yeah, he's going in, dog.
Well, now everybody gonna see me blushing and shit. And it's and I think in my head every time, like, it's so good, and then I can just like when you catch yourself looking, and then I see Kobi looking at me, it's like doing that. I'm
start to lose it.
It instantly stops.
Yeah,
it's like,
you pop out the zone, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, just rhyme with the last thing you just said. Just do that.
It's that easy.
I don't know. It's because I hear lyrical, like story. I guess you call it like story rappers, and then I want to be like that, and I just can't do that.
No,
like
just cut the sentence in half. You ain't got to say a full sentence. Just say like
maybe
3 words.
Maybe I'm trying to pioneer a new age of rap.
Jacoby can't rap, but he's a rap coach.
I got some bars. I got some bars, dude.
Yeah, he raps way better than I do.
Damn, let's go. All right, my bad. I thought you were saying you didn't rap.
This is the reason why I tried to pick up rap.
Okay.
I suck at freestyling, but I can. It's decent.
You got some flow. All right, bro. Hey,
he's being very modest right now.
Next Spicy Ranch set, bro. I need both of y'all up there. That's another thing too. Is I'm gonna start doing way more Spicy Ranch.
Well, you was at D-Max, man. Me and Donnie got up there.
I guess that's true.
Yeah,
I do remember that.
Yeah, I was up there, man.
You know, D-Max memories are always a little blurry, but
yeah, damn right.
I do remember that vividly.
R.I.P. D-Max, dog. I'm glad we got to enjoy it before it.
Hell yeah, me too, bro.
I was glad I got a beard there last time for Hell Yes Fest. Just happened to swing by, and I was like, I got to get a beer
Hell
from
yeah,
there.
dude.
Ubers are expensive in New Orleans,
Yeah,
too,
they
by
are.
the way. Oh, speaking of Ubers, I can Uber from here to my house for
Yeah,
$10.
I can't believe
I didn't know there were Ubers in Oakdale.
I didn't
bro.
know that either.
There's
'Cause-
one Uber.
Probably
it's-
one
look, it said the wait
I'm
was
gonna call
long.
Dave. Just text him, bro. Don't even.
I'm gonna have to.
We have friends here.
Just
you
get
know?
their number anytime you get a fucking Uber.
Yeah, but I'm gonna record the whole thing. Maybe who would pick me up at 3 a.m.
I
to
don't
drive
know.
me
No one you
5
want
minutes
to,
down the
no
road?
one that you want to actually drive you. I'll say that.
It's probably gonna be somebody you're related to, so it's all good. They might give you a discount.
Hey, do I know you? What's a podcast?
Hey, I've been waiting all night for someone to ask for an Uber, man. I'm so glad you.
Hey,
use that.
isn't your dad so and so? Yeah, we went to high school. We actually married the same
Hey,
woman.
you want to hang out? What you doing?
Either die by Uber or walk home.
You mind if I take you to my house?
Now you scared me. Well, never mind. I don't even want to take an Uber. Thank you, Greg.
Look, we're gonna take a shortcut, and that's what.
You can tell Greg been around Oakdale too long.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, Jack's gonna pull up and drive you in the Jeep. bro.
Fucking Jack, man.
Hell
Fucking-
no.
Did you see Jack Thursday? Jack showed
No,
the fuck
dude.
up out of nowhere Thursday. Like, Jack,
No.
what the fuck are you doing? He just,
He was-
these motherfuckers, goddamn thinking got me coming out here
Oh,
cutting
God.
fucking grit. Fuck. And I was like,
He
good to
was
see you too, Jack.
fucked.
Do you know Jack?
Huh? Yeah, I know Jack.
Okay, I fucking love Jack, dude.
Y'all gotta know Jack. I
mean, you
I don't
have-
live
he-
here.
he'll
I
make
know-
you know Jack.
That's what I'm saying.
Jack is, you meet him once, you'll never forget that dude.
Tell you what.
Heart of gold, though. Salt the earth. Motherfucker is crazy, though.
Hey. Respect the game.
Hell yeah, man. Well, Greg, thank you for coming through.
Yeah,
brother.
guys, thanks for having me,
Thank you
man.
so much. No,
Great job on the new studio. This is
Thank
tight.
you. We got some plans in
We
the
got
works.
work.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Thanks for the freaking peppers and shit, bro.
Hey.
I'm gonna eat this.
Tell everybody about him. I'm not going
You
like.
should have put your.
I'm just gonna-
You need a cool label, bro. You got
He
I
has
have a
one.
label.
Oh, well,
I
shit,
ain't
it's
had
not on here, so
I ain't had time. I'm making
All right.
other merch.
Yeah, Joe been doing work, dog.
let's go.
Joe and his lady John, they be doing some work for this fucking show.
Joe be doing work and he keeps the calmest demeanor, bro. I respect the game over here, bro. This man's got a head on his shoulders.
Like he and I
That
are
big ass,
polar
yeah.
opposites.
I've
You have
never-
your shit together, and I'm losing all my shit.
I've never seen Joe freak out. I'd be so scared if I did, bro. If Joe lost his temper, dude, I don't want to be in the ring. That's
Oh,
all
me
I'm
and Joe,
saying.
we've got into. We have podcasts that we were,
Yeah, we.
disclosed. Well, our friendship was on the line.
the table-
I think it
flipped
was
over?
like shirts or some shit at one point in time
It
that
was-
we got into like a
There's
big
been a
thing.
couple
But
times.
years
Hey,
ago.
shirts will
Yeah.
do that, man. I'm telling you.
Fucking god.
Don't
damn.
talk to me about textiles, boy. I get heated. I'm telling you, I was having a good time too.
Motherfucker. Well, look, man. Keep doing what you're doing,
Hell yeah, appreciate y'all, dude.
and put your shit on the internet.
I'm gonna start putting it
goddamn.
on the internet more, dude. I'm
Motherfucker.
absolutely gonna put it on the internet more.
Before I dab you up, you gotta give the listeners some words of wisdom.
Oh shit, I'm not prepared. Drink water. Honestly, eat some vegetables. Eat some hummus.
Fuck yeah.
Go to a Mediterranean grocery store. They got a lot of healthy shit. They got good shit for your gut. They got pita bread that's super cheap. Eat it with some hummus. Call your mom. Call your family. Fucking live in the moment. That's what you should
And
do.
don't lie on your taxes.
Realize that we are doing it right now.
That's
bro.
right. Fuck yeah, dude. I love you, buddy. Thank
Love
you for coming
guys.
through.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Third coast.
Chat with Traders is brought to you by Trade the Pool. Becoming a funded trader means trading with a firm's money instead of your own. At Trade the Pool, you first complete an evaluation by hitting profit targets while managing risk. Once you pass, you get access to up to $260,000 of buying power. You keep up to 80% of your profits while the firm covers the risk. It's the perfect way to trade big without risking your own funds. Are you ready to become a funded trader? Join Trade the Pool.
Chat with Traders is also brought to you by Tasty Trade. Ditch those rookie trading apps. Get Tasty Trade, the platform for